A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
53 is a must. 53, check 53. Hey, exit. Watch the run. It's south, baby. That's baby south.
Cousins again. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Laquan Treadwell, 42 yards. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
At the 33-yard line.
Pollard going to try the right side. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 19-yard line.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Kill.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Run for Pollard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On third down, Pollard. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. And Forbath will put this one through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Now Forbath for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Kill. Bring up 48. Two. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Check. Five. Let's go.
Back to it after the pick 6. Cousins lets it fly for Treadwell. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want to. Yellow. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. You don't want to go. Where's your hot?
On second down, Cousins again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here third and long.
Hey, dude. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Get in the weight room.
Third and long for Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
61, matchbox lights.
They'll run for it. Cook. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
53 is the mic. Drop deep, drop deep. 53 is the mic. 53, check 53. It's just me and you.
From the 17, Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. The Vikings 1st down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They'll run with Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook taking it in as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Bailey got the extra point, and that will get them one closer.
16, Vikings 14.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play here for Dallas. 54 yards on the ground. One receiver to the left is Cooper.
What? 46.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Gun.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Arlington. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Hey, I-7.
53, Mike. Undercrunch. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. Quick the edge.
To throw, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Hey, Alpha.
53 at the mic. Watch the run.
Gun.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
What we got?
On 1st down, Pollard, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Here's Pollard again. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check 31.
Hey, 2-2.
Right stone. Come on. Safe.
We're going to 53.
They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
53, Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Wide. Top. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Hey, flipper. Gun.
Throwing his Cousins. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And he fires one that's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And an alley to run. It's a big play for the Cowboys on third. 57 yards on the ground.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Prescott to throw it. And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Hey, Foxtrot.
53.
Clark.
In your face. Check.
Gun.
Throwing, Cousins. He'll have a 1st down past the 40, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Cousins now. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Gun. You don't see me.
4th down, Cousins. And Diggs has it. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Hey, Delta.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Record. Mike, 53.
Gun.
Cousins on 1st down. Open here, Adam Thielen. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Hey, Haywood.
53 to Mike.
Gun.
Cousins going for the deep ball. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jeff Heath.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call the timeout here defensively.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
All day, every day.
Go to 54, go to 54.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We're going to 54.
On 3rd down, Pollard. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Let's go. Hey, we got.
Hey, let's go.
53. Mike, 53. Switch up.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Just like that.
Hey, Charlie.
53's mine.
Gun.
Cousins to throw it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chidobe with a pick.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Here we go, 46. 46.
On 1st down, Pollard. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard.
eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.